Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to have a look at the U-Minute vending machines. So I am right outside the Rusty Pick, and you may have seen these machines and you may have looked in them, you may have not. I know I kind of disregarded them at first just because there are the ammo vending machines and the medical supplies vending machines, and they are very overpriced. And so I just kind of saw this and thought it was the same thing, and it is not. So if you look inside the machine, there are three maps: the Excavators map, the Miners map, and the Prospectors map. Now the prices for these are affected. It's like another NPC vendor, so it is affected by your charisma, by the hard bargain perk, and by grape mentats. So these are pretty much the maximum prices you're gonna pay. So it's kind of roughly, the Miners map is gonna be around 50, Prospectors around 100, and Excavators around 150. So you can see the prices. I just equipped the hard bargain perk and the prices dropped quite a bit. I went from 165 to 141 on that Excavators map, 55 to 47, and 110 to 94. So just having that alone made quite a bit of difference in terms of caps. So if we can go ahead and buy all these maps, you can buy all of them. And when you see them in their inventory, so we'll look at the Miners map. That is the cheapest one. And if you click on the Miners map, it'll actually say, do you want us to identify the dig site? And say yes. And when you do that, it gives you this weird screen. So we'll just exit out of that, and it actually gives you a side quest. It's called Lucky Strike. So if we activate the Lucky Strike quest, it'll show it on the map, and it'll give us a little area to check out. Before we get to that quest, though, there actually are other locations for the U-Minute vending machine. They're all around the ash heap. There's a total of 6 locations. We have another location at the Nuka-Cola plant. And it is actually right here, right outside the door. If you've done the inoculation quest with the Overseer, this is where you meet her. You go inside. That's right inside the lobby right there. So one thing I want to show you is that the inventories of the different machines, they are linked. So you see, we bought the maps from the other machine, and we come here. There are no maps because we already bought them. So every server has just the same inventory. All of the machines are linked. Another location is at Mount Blair Train Yard. And you can see there is Mount Blair. That is the main building. So we want this one all the way in the back. And you can tell you're at the right one because it has a perfectly preserved pie, and the bathrooms are right here. So just right outside the door, this is another location. Another location is Sal's Grinders, and that is in Beckley. And we're actually on the north side of the building. And you know you're in the right place. You'll see this Nuka-Cola machine, and you'll see this car on its side. So this is another location right here. Another location is at the Red Rocket filling station, and it's right outside the building, the one that has, well, it says gasoline on the side, but it's the one that has the stash box and the loot trunk, the industrial trunk inside of it. So it's right here outside this building. And the last location is Welch. It's actually quicker to travel to Welch Station and get there from there. So Welch Station is right there, and we have these stairs that go down. And in just the interest of time, I don't really want to fight all these mole miners, but if you just go down the stairs, and the machine is right here by this building, you can see there's mole miners all over the place. I mean, so there's all the locations. I think the Rusty Pick is easier. You don't have to fight anything, and it is a free fast travel spot. So even though all these machines have a linked inventory and you can only buy the 3 maps, that is only once per server. It's not once per day. You can actually go to another server and buy the maps again. So here I am on a different server, and you can see I have all of the maps available to purchase, and you can keep doing this over and over again. So we'll buy them again. But now you can see I actually have 2 Prospectors map. And the nice thing is the weight is basic, it's 0, right? You see the weight is 0. So this could actually be used as a cap sink if you wanted to do that. If you had caps and you didn't know what to do with them, you could do a few server hops, buy a few of the maps, and save them for just something to do. So let's get to the quest. Now, since I did hop servers, it just shuffled the location. It actually is a different spot to go to. So rather than wherever it was, Abandoned Mineshaft number 1, because there are locations all over the ash heap where the quest will be. So let's do all of the maps and see what you get for each one. So we'll start with the cheap one, which is the Miners map. And so what you're looking for, once you get into the area, you kind of want to be in the middle. At least typically that's how it works. And we are looking for a big mound. Now, sometimes they're really easy to spot because they're kind of discolored. Sometimes they could be a little tricky, but this one is right here. And you can see it's bigger than the treasure map mounds. And we'll go ahead and dig. That'll complete the quest. We will get 20 caps. And since it's a quest, we actually will get experience. I think it's about 300 for this character. Doesn't have particularly high intelligence. I'm not running any buffs. I'm not on a team. But you can get a little bit of experience from this. And there is what we get. So if we go to the new tab, in this case, so this is the cheapest map. So we got 10 black titanium scrap, which is good. That's used for some weapon mods. It's used for crafting excavator armor. Concrete scrap, which is good for building. If you're a camp builder, concrete is always a good thing. Lead, obviously, that's for ammo. So I pretty much find that you always get black titanium, you always get concrete, you always get lead. There are other things you can get, though. You can also get things like aluminum. You can get gold. Typically, it seems like there's like 1 or 2 gold. And sometimes you'll get a healing item. You'll either get a bunch of Radaway or a bunch of stim packs, which you could turn around and sell and get some of your caps back for the map. But this was kind of an unlucky one that we kind of got the bare minimum on this one. So let's do one of the prospector maps. That is the middle one, the middle cost one for about 100 caps. So we'll do that quest. And there we go, Lucky Strike. And you can actually activate all the maps at once. It'll just show you a whole bunch of Lucky Strike quests in your side quests. So you can have multiple Lucky Strike. They'll all have the same name. Oh, in the ash heap. Very generic. Okay, so looks like Welsh Station's where we need to go for this one. All right, so we made it. It is right here. And this mound, it kind of blends in, but you can see once you get, and there's only a limited number of locations. There seems to be a lot, but if you do these enough, eventually you'll probably learn them by heart. But we have this one. Let's see what we get for this next map. And typically you also get, so we get 20 caps. They all give you 20 caps. That's the same for all of them. And they also give you random ammo. I think I got random ammo on that last one, but it was the kind I'm already, no, I didn't get random ammo. Okay, that's unusual. Typically you will get random ammo with this as well. That has nothing to do with the weapon you're holding. It'll just be random ammo. So that's kind of strange. So this time, so you'll always get black titanium. It usually just the amount will go up. Always get concrete. Seems to be kind of 5 every time. The lead amount will go up, but you can see we got gold this time, 3 gold. And we got some aluminum, which is kind of a hard one to farm in large numbers. So that's what we got for that. So yeah, you'll always get black titanium, always concrete, always lead. At least I always have got those 3 things. Usually I get gold, sometimes aluminum. I've seen nuclear waste, but it's not a very big number, like 1. And a small amount of random ammo, but that's kind of strange to not get any random ammo either time. So let's see what we get for one of the excavator maps. And this one wants us to go to Hornwright Air Purifier number 2. So there is the site. It's so strange. The fast travel here puts you really far away. This one I've actually seen quite a few times. It's actually on the side of the road. There's the Blood Eagle camp right there. We're not going that far. You can actually see the mound from pretty far away. This is where we're going. So if we click on this, it'll give us 20 caps as always. And we get lead, concrete, black titanium, gold, and aluminum, and something else. So you can see the black titanium, I think we got 10 on the first one, 15, and now we got 20 on this one. So each map will give you more of what it gives you. We got 15 lead. I think we start at 5 there. A little more gold. Concrete always seems to be 5, but we did get random ammo this time. So we got some 2mm cartridges, and we got aluminum, which is a nice score as well. I think these are actually kind of a fun thing to do. One of the best uses of them would just be to have them in your inventory. And maybe you've got a few minutes, like 5 minutes until the next event. You're waiting around for the event. You're not sure what to do with yourself. Do 1 or 2 of these maps. They're very quick to do. Pick up some extra scrap. I think they can be very useful for that. And the scrap that you get is, I mean, you don't get a ton of stuff, but what you get is actually very useful stuff. And there you have it, the U-Mine vending machine. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.